Oh, I'm so happy she's back. Ooh. Hey, hi, it's Mads and welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are you guys? We are back with my sewing machine because, friends, I hit the jackpot in the remnant section of my local thrift store. I have been on the hunt for some scrap fabric or secondhand fabric to make these bento bags, I've heard them be called. They're just these, I'm pretty sure they're Japanese inspired to-go bags or reusable bags. They remind me of like the Merit bag that you get with all the cosmetics. It's that same sort of style, but I want to make some to carry around and store my bread I've been baking. And I also think these would make great holiday gifts. If you're new to sewing, it is so super simple and basic to make, and you can make it out of remnant fabric or scrap fabric, anything you have laying around. This is so simple. If I can do this, you can do this, I promise. So I got these remnants for, like, this chunk was only $1 of this really pretty 100% cotton striped fabric, and I was so pleased because I think this is going to be the perfect amount to make a smaller version of one of these bento bags. And I just love the green stripe. You guys know me, I'm a green girl, but especially around the holidays, I like the green. Ooh, and it's got a really nice right and wrong side, and it's already a long strip. So all I need to do to get this piece of fabric to be right is measure the height of the fabric. So this width here, the skinny side, and that is about just shy. It's about 7. So if this is 7.5 inches, if this short side is 7.5, that means my total length needs to be like 22.5. So I'm gonna make it 23 to allow for seam allowances. And I think that should work out just fine here. And I'm just gonna put a little score mark using my tailor's chalk here. Ta-da, stunning. And just put a little line. I like to use my mat and my ruler together. That way I know I'm getting a straight edge when I'm doing my markings. You can line up the edge of your ruler and the edges of the lines or the edges of the mat and make sure everything is nice and straight. If you struggle with straight lines like I do, these little tricks really, really help. Okay, put that tailor's chalk away. I love this stuff. This chalk is amazing, and it comes in 3 colors. It's red and white and blue. I think it's absolutely perfect. I'll find some on Amazon and I'll link some for you. I got this in my local craft store, but if you want to see, I'll find something similar for you. And then I have my nice straight line that I can cut, and I'm gonna pull out my rotary cutters. Now remember, these are killing devices. These rotary cutters are no joke. Do not joke around with them, okay? They're very sharp, they're very bad. Do not mess with them. Be so careful. And lining up my ruler, I'm just gonna cut my line. Perfect. Now all this fabric, I have enough here to make at least a whole other one and then have some scrap left, which is very exciting because I feel like I'm gonna make a ton of these. I'm just gonna fold this up and put it to the side for now. And now I have this rectangle that is 3 times as long as it is, or 3 times as wide as it is tall. You just need it to be 3 times longer on one side as a rectangle. All right, I'm gonna very quickly iron this just to get the creases out and make sure all my things are nice, and then we can go ahead and do a very quick hem on the whole thing. Ooh, I missed her. Oh, I'm so happy she's back. Ooh, let's load her up. I'm just using some white thread for this. I think you could go green or contrasting, whatever you feel in your heart. Whatever works for you and your design. I'm just gonna thread my machine very quickly. I don't like this thread. This thread is my grandma's and it's really flimsy. With what one? Which do I choose? I like the Gutermann. I don't know, I'm a Gutermann girl. Does that mean anything about me? I'm a Gutermann girl. Like, rolled hem time. I'm doing like the tiniest ruled hem. You could totally calculate your seam allowances and you could do all of that and do all, but I'm gonna be so for real. I just do I measure it, I do a nice little seam allowance. When it's not clothing, I'm less picky about measuring. Does that make me bad? I don't know. And you could have totally pressed your seam allowances in here. I think that would have been a great decision to make. I didn't make that choice. I didn't make that decision, so we're gonna live with this. I could go back, but I'm not going to, you know? You could use a rolled hem foot. You could use anything. I'm really eyeballing this. I find it easier with striped fabric to do that. I'm just doing a simple straight stitch on all of these edges. You're hemming it. You know how to do that. I believe in you. Let's rock and roll, kids. Ooh, I'm so excited. I haven't sewn in a long time. Oh, I forgot to backstitch. There we go. I remember how to do this. It's like riding a bike, right? I remember how to do this. She is all beautifully hemmed. Everything looks great. Now is kind of the only real tricky part here is visualizing that this is section A, the 1/3 here, the middle third, section B, and the back third, section C. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, or A, B, C. You can go A, B, C, whatever you want to do to make it make sense. I like working from left to right. So this is my A. I'm going to take the third of the fabric that is section A and fold it over section B. I am going to measure this in a second and make sure all of this lines up perfectly, and I am actually working in thirds, but you are going to sew along the top edge here so that the right sides of A and the right side of B are sandwiched together, but you're only sewing along one of the lengths, or one of the top edges. And to sew these edges together, I'm going to be using a zigzag stitch, not a straight stitch, just in case anything heavier goes. These smaller ones, probably just going to be like cookies and baked goods and things like that. Nothing crazy, but just in case something heavier does go in here, I want to make sure that seam is secure. Just a nice medium zigzag. Cleaning up my little bits and edges. I bought this little basket at the fabric store. They had a huge clearance going on, and using this as like my little scrap fabric bin, saving my life, honestly. Having like a little thing, even when you're crafting, just having something to throw your trash in as you go, or your scraps or things that you just need out of the way, staying organized. Oh my god, it's helped so much. Okay, anyway, I now have this top flat sewn. Can you see it's open on 3 sides? It's sewn here really well, and I now have this guy. The next step is to take this and fold it like a triangle. You can pin this out of the way if you want to, but I'm just gonna hold mine so that it looks like this. Can you see what I did there? Just taking the loose corner, holding it up to the top so that you make that little triangle shape. And then you're essentially just repeating that first step, but on the bottom edge. You're going to fold over section C, right sides facing in, so that you kind of have this letter fold with the triangle underneath. You see that? Using some good finger work, you're gonna hold all this stuff together. You can throw pins in this, hold it together, or a little clip, whatever you need, but you're gonna sew this bottom edge together. And you're done. Clean up your little edges, make sure everything's nice and tidy, and all you gotta do is flip her inside out. I'm just gonna cut off some of these loose threads, and I've got this like little square now, and when I open it up, you can see the inside here. I'm just gonna fold it inside out, and you could box out your corners. There are so many little details you could add to this to make it more like unique or special. I've seen ones where you can put like seams down to make them stand up better, but I really like the like loose vibes of all of this, and I like the simple version, especially when you're working with a patterned fabric. I love the stripe for this. I think it is so super cute. My little bento bag, she is ready for like little buns or anything to go inside of her. She just gets tied up like this, and she's a bag. Oh my goodness. aren't like, this was just like the sweetest, easiest. I also think these would make great like gift wrap, giving, if you're making homemade gifts for Christmas, or you're making anything for anybody, or you found like a little tchotchke or something. Like, this is such an easy way to use up scrap fabric or secondhand fabric, remnant fabric, and make something really sweet and really beautiful that you or someone you love can use for the next forever. Guys, these are so cute. I love her. She is so sweet. I ended up making that larger green one and even larger one out of just like canvas. And they are so cute. I love these. These are gonna be a little great makeup bag. I've got some apples in here, a little farmer's market bag. And I also think, again, like gift wrap, I think this would be amazing to like wrap a present in. And then also they can use it time and time again. I love that. I love being able to like make multifunctional things, especially out of like scrap fabric and stuff that was just going to be trashed anyway. And look at that. Little bunny ears are so darn cute. Okay, I'm so happy I broke out my sewing machine today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you've made it this far into this video and you're not subscribed, what are you doing with your life? Go on down there, click the little subscribe button, leave me a little comment. You know I'll respond. I will see you guys on Sunday, and I'll also see you over on the vlog channel every day for the rest of the month. I'll see you there. Bye.